Hello, boys and girls. I had some questions about gear and talents and my spec, so I just wanted to go through that real quickly. Like, I don't know, mostly you can use like this web page, and most guides will point you in some direction about best in slot gear. This is 60upgrades.com. You can check it yourself and filter based upon what content you do. But basically for me, this is it. This is like the letter helm, Twilight Elemental Skull. This drops from a few bosses. Actually, you can check it here. Gelihas, Lorgus Jet, Twilight Lord Kelris. And absolute best in slot is this one, the Clot. Rakamar's Tattered Thinking Cap. This is Clot, so I tend to pass it to Clot users, since we as Paladins have a lot more options and they as Clot users really don't. So if you're looking at a raid and at a guild progress more important than yourself, you should probably pass Clot until everyone is geared, since you have really nice options with leather. So that's about that one. Next stop is this one. I actually didn't get it, so I'm using this some random thing that dropped from Baron Aquanis, and I just never saw anything better, or I lost it on the roll. This one is from Keldris. It's really nice. Has some intellect, has some damage and healing, and some armor even. Next up is the Magician's Mantle. This one you can buy off the auction house. I think I got it pretty cheap because I bought it like in first week. Now, because of the inflation and everything, it might be a more expensive option. But anyway, let's see some other options. Yeah, Invoker's Mantle is pretty nice. If you're just entering the raid, you can get this one, I guess, or Feline Mantle. But this one is pretty good, especially since it's crafted, so it shouldn't be that expensive. But this one is really best in slot, so if you get it for 30 gold, it's okay. Next up is the Cape, Caretaker's Cape. This one is from Honored. I think, yeah, it should be Honored. Let's see. Yeah, it's Honored with Silvering Sentinels. So that's your best options to grind in Ashenvale. Next up, I have the Twilight Elementalist robe. It has pretty good stats, and it's leather, again really making it a lot easier for the entire raid and guild to gear more people. They say here that this one is better option. It really isn't that good, especially since you don't have any bonus here. They use these boots, I will talk about them later, but basically I use the leather option. It's like this one gives 8 heal damage and healing and 11 intellect. This one gives 7 damage and healing and 10 intellect. It's like a minor difference, plus you get the bonus with the boots or the head, whichever you get. But basically this means you can lose one of these to just keep the 2 set bonus, because the 3rd set bonus is not really important for healers. So yeah, I would go for that instead of this Twilight Invoker's robe and this. If you go with this Invoker robe, then I would go with boots too. They give 8 intellect, 8 spirit, but really this one gives 7 intellect, and it's really not that much of a difference. You should just pass it to a Clot user, to be honest. Next up is the Bracers, glowing leather bands, damage and healing by 7. no intellect though, so that's not really that good. You could go with these Mind Trust Bracers with just 9 intellect, but I think I have like pretty much enough mana to pump every fight all the time without thinking about losing it. Of course, I'm counting on mana pots every try, so I will always pick damage healing at this stage, of course. Next up is the weapons. Strength of Purpose. I think you don't have anything better. Maybe if you find some BOE with plus healing and combine it with this offhand, but right now I'm using this. And offhand Eye of Paladin. This is a quest reward, and you can do this in wetlands. If you don't want to do the quest for some reason, you can actually buy some offhands with plus healing. You can just search, like, let me check. Actually, weapons, armor, miscellaneous, held in offhand. Now you type healing and level 25, minimum level you can put whatever. I'll put 22. And when you get this, like, Watcher Star of Healing, basically level 30, item level 30, you see they're like 9 gold, and they give you the exact same amount of healing spells, plus healing spells, so you can go with this. It's like 1 click away if you have the gold, so basically the same. So if you don't want to do the... I did the quest because I leveled like in first week, and there were no items like this on Auction House, so I picked doing the quest. It was a lot easier for me. Okay, let's see. We finished weapon and the offhand. Now you got these slick fingerless gloves. They are leather and they are pretty much best in slot. There is nothing better. 22 healing, which is insane. 5 intellect, and that's really, you can't get any better than this. You can ignore the damage and nature spells, it doesn't matter, because it's like a druid item basically. We can check some other options if you want what these guys say. True Fade gloves are excellent actually, because they are really cheap. They are like from tailoring. 15 healing done, it's really nice. Got some of these from Kelris, but again, cloth and not really good. Let's go to belt. I'm wearing Invoker's Core. That's again a crafted item from tailoring, really cheap, like 60 silver I think I bought it. You need to get this one, of course, but I never saw it drop. Drops from Akumai, 9 intellect, damage and healing 8, and basically after him it's this one, so just grab this one if you're not farming the raid and being lucky enough to see this drop. Next up is the Gaze Dreamer's leggings. These one are pretty decent, 9 intellect, 7 damage and healing. For these you have like healing plus 11, soul leech pants that you want from Akumai, 8 intellect. Never saw these drop. I think I saw more epic drops than these items that I need from Akumai. Then you have these Gaze Dreamer's leggings. For boots I use Twilight Elementalist foot pads, and I basically use them to activate the set bonus with the chest, and I will probably remove the head when I get the one we talked about. We'll see, but basically head and boots I will switch some of those. It's like depends on what you get, to be honest. I would skip these. I don't really see the point, because if you're playing a Paladin, thing is you can also DPS, you can also tank, and having blacksmithing for me is a lot more beneficial, because I can just switch my gear in a second, put my blacksmithing armor on, put my DPS weapon or tanking weapons and stuff, and just play something else, you know. Because, for example, in PvP, Paladins are really bad as healers now. At 25, they don't have pretty much anything decent compared to, let's say, Priest or Druid. They are really terrible. So if you wanna farm Warsong Gulch, you're better off going as Retribution or as Protection, or some combo. There are a lot of options, to be honest, but anyway, because of that I'm not using this, and it's really not that great, like 5 intellect and 7 damage and healing. I get that more than that in this bonus only, so yeah. Seal of Rin is just here because I didn't get anything better. You can see the options. Yeah, Lord Keeper's Ring, I have that one. Now I need to get this Sign of the Twilight Lord from Kelris. You can get this Black Widow band, but it was really expensive, and I checked. Like really expensive. Let me see now, actually. Black Widow, yeah, it's like 9 gold for a green item that gives you 7 intellect and minus 5 stamina. So yeah, not really that big of a deal. If you want, you can buy it, of course, but I'm not sure that's so important. Okay, what's next? We have trinkets. Yeah, trinkets, they put here like these two, but they are unique equipped, so you can't put both. You will go with Acolyte's Void Pearl from Akumai, the last boss. You get a quest item. If you get the quest item, it's not that easy, because you roll against 9 other people. But if you're lucky enough, you get it. I got it like after 10 runs or something, when everyone got it, because I'm so good at rolling. It gives you some shadow resist and healing done increase by a large amount at this level, 20. This one is from PvP vendor, or actually Ashen Veil vendor. Just restore some health and give some stamina. Let's see what other options you have there. Yeah, it's like nothing really that good. You can use this one too, but 5 spirit means nothing for Paladin, so I just go with this. And that's about it for gear. You can see the enchants. You can go mana, or you can go like +1 all stats. You go intellect on bracers, +3 intellect. Boots, you don't have a lot of options like agility and stamina, so just stamina. Shadow resist on the cape, and you can put these armor patches on the rest. Okay, let's see. Talents. Yeah, talents are really simple, to be honest. Like, you don't have a lot of options, so I would just switch some things that people recommend online, because mostly people recommend that you don't take consecration, and in my opinion it's pretty stupid not to get it, because if it just with this talent you can tank like every dungeon, everything, raid, whatever, with gear, of course, top spec gear. But this is like really good for tanking, and also good for speed running, because you need to pump a lot of damage. So I would sometimes go with Consecration as a healer and actually as a put Divine Storm on my chest and put a two-hander. You can just use the two-hander from the Paladin quest. This one Verigan's Fist if you don't get anything better later. But basically you put the rune on your chest, and then you have Consecration, you have Divine Storm, and you have Dynamites. Dynamites are also pretty much required to do anything serious in Classic in general. So it's just continuing in Season of Discovery, so you really want to have Engineering. And when you need to do damage, and if you're speedrunning, you have a lot of options to like pull half the instance and gather them, put down target dummy, then throw your dynamites, throw your Divine Storm with two-hander. It will do a little damage, even heals some people, and you will like do a decent amount of damage and help your run go a lot faster than you would usually be going, like just standing there and pressing Flash of Light even, and no one needs to get healed. So that's about it. Let's go through other talents. This is a simple one, increases your intellect, always good. This is like giving you 70% chance not to lose cast time. Of course you want that. You can combine it with concentration aura, so you're basically immune to interrupts with damage. This is a no-brainer. Healing Light, increase the amount healed by Holy Light and Flash of Light by 12%, and those are the only spells you're using. Next one, you need to go up. You just put Improved Lay on Hands. When you use it, you will give a bonus to your tank for 2 minutes. Basically, like if it's really tricky, you're about to wipe and you have no mana, you can use this. It will heal your tank to full and give him some needed armor bonus. Also, this talent reduces the cooldown from Lay on Hands. Next up, you have like really these two. You can improve Blessing of Wisdom, increases your Blessing of Wisdom by 10%, which is really not that much in my opinion. It increases like 15 mana, that's a joke anyway. So this one gives you some chance, like it doesn't matter if it's this low, but 20% chance is better than nothing. I had issues. I had situations that this talent actually saved me and my tank in runs, because I got like a Holy Light crit and it returned me the entire amount of mana. So you can just spend it to spam Flash of Light more. So I don't know, you can pick this one, you can pick this one, not really important. I'm going with this one because I like to have any chance of mana returns. And the next phase at what they said, like 8th of February releases, you will just go down this path, get 5 here, divine favor here, then you might need to put some points here, then 5 here, and holy shock. This spell is not really that great, but we'll see what happens in next phase. Don't want to talk about that right now. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you found everything you wanted out of this information. If you need something else, you can write to me on Twitch or on Discord or wherever. And thanks for watching. I hope you follow me and see more of the raids soon. It will be a lot more speed running in next phase because we were a bit late for this part, but we have like a lot of raids ready to speed run and do some world first chasing, I guess. Thank you guys and see ya.